2019, the present danger of our time is Communist China, now that President Trump has effectively been exonerated by Special Counsel Robert Mueller of the charge that he and his campaign colluded with Russia. Our national attention must turn to another, far more dangerous and increasingly aggressive enemy, Communist China. A myriad of threats posed by the Chinese Communist Party is very obvious and present. Several dozen national security practitioners, China experts, business leaders, human rights, and religious freedom activists have come together to form the Committee on the Present Danger of China. 4 decades ago, another such committee helped Ronald Reagan defeat the previous totalitarian communist government that sought our destruction. The mission of the Committee on the Present Danger of China is to help defend America through public education and advocacy against the full array of conventional and non-conventional dangers posed by the People's Republic of China. As with the Soviet Union in the past, Communist China represents an existential and ideological threat to the United States and to the idea of freedom. A new American consensus is needed regarding the policies and priorities required to defeat this threat. It is necessary to bring to bear the collective skills, expertise and energies of a diverse group of experts on China, national security practitioners, human rights and religious freedom activists, and others who have joined forces under the umbrella of the Committee on Present Danger of China. The American Navy sent 2 ships today through the Taiwan Strait in a show of force that risks antagonizing China. The naval destroyer USS Curtis Wilbur and the Coast Guard cutter Bertholf carried out what Pentagon officials said was a routine transit, reports the Wall Street Journal. As China and the US are enmeshed in a dispute over trade, copyrights and tariffs, raising economic and political frictions to their highest level in a decade, Donald Trump has elevated 40 years of informal ties with Taiwan through more open contacts and planned arms deals. The Chinese will be happy to see Donald Trump order the military to demolish the artificial islands and their installations built by the People's Liberation Army in the South China Sea. In the past decade, all the neighboring countries along the South China Sea have felt the threat from Communist China, who is pursuing the world's largest comprehensive naval build-up. Its quality is improving significantly, with larger, more sophisticated warships whose capabilities are, in many respects, getting closer to those of comparable Western vessels. Though the focus of this assertiveness remains, for now, relatively close to Chinese territory, Beijing is trying to raise the costs of possible U.S. interference in a crisis. It wants to be able to keep the United States at bay if, for example, China decided to use force against Taiwan. Reuters noted that China's president is seen as reluctant to make economic reforms under pressure from the United States, and Trump has said he may keep tariffs on Chinese goods in place for as long as needed. Although President Xi has won the support of Italy and a few more European nations to endorse his Belt and Road Initiative, and even the European Union has plans to push for a common approach to Huawei's 5G security risks at the EU-China summit scheduled in April, China won't be that easy with its attempt to sow discord in the EU. More people have woken up to communist threats from China. There is enough proof now that China is untrustworthy, dishonest, contemptuous of human values, and hungry for a global hegemony. As we have seen today, a distinguished team of China experts, national security practitioners, business leaders, human rights and religious freedom activities, and others will launch next week the Committee on the Present Danger, China, CPDC, to help defend America through public education and advocacy against the full array of conventional and non-conventional dangers posed by the People's Republic of China. Among the founding members are Brian Kennedy, Frank Gaffney, Honorable R. James Woolsey, Dr. William Bennett, Kyle Bass and Steve Bannon. We will see this week what new consensus will be achieved regarding the policies and priorities required to defeat the threats from Communist China. Everything is just beginning.